Robbie here from AFTV at a very cold Selhurst Park, previewing the game on Monday. Arsenal coming here to take on Crystal Palace. I've got D from the Back of the Nest Crystal Palace fan channel. Nice to meet you, bro.
Nice to meet you too,
And he was just reminding me of the one time we did an interview he was taking me, reminding me of when Arsenal lost their 3-0. I remember that game. That was the infamous game when I think Bellerin came over to take the throw.
Yeah.
And the fans were singing to him, you're not fit to wear the shirt. Actually, I think he copped it that day on behalf of the whole team. They weren't really aiming it at him, but I remember that. It was a horrible game, but we're a much different team these days. And what I wanted to look at today, right, is a real interesting clash on Monday with two young players that are really emerging and have really emerged this season in particular, right? On our side, Emile Smith-Rowe, right, been brilliant this season. And on your side, Conor Gallagher. Conor Gallagher. I'm looking forward to that. You know, it's not a guarantee that Smith-Rowe will start. He did start the last game, but I'm sure he'll play some part of the game even if he doesn't start. But two great young players. Of course, I'm backing my boy.
Yeah, you'll back your boy, but when it comes to the real actual final debate, there's only one answer.
What?
Conor Gallagher.
No.
Yeah, come on, Conor Gallagher.
No.
Why? Conor Gallagher.
Great player. I think he's a fantastic player, and I like the way he shows so much heart on the pitch. And I guess you guys are all hoping that he was, probably sign with you guys because he's a Chelsea player. But Smith-Rowe as well has been absolutely brilliant. Look how many goals he scored.
Look how many Conor Gallagher scored.
How many has he scored?
I think he scored around 8.
Well,
for Crystal Palace side, that Crystal Palace side.
Well, hold on. Then there we go straight away.
One goal.
Smith-Rowe scored more.
One more.
More than that.
One more.
Got a couple more. He's still more in it, and he hasn't even started every game.
Yeah, all right, fair enough. But Conor Gallagher isn't a number 10, just like Smith-Rowe. He's more of a number 8. He's more of a box-to-box. What Conor Gallagher does on the pitch is bigger than what Smith-Rowe does, and he brings in the goals and the assists as well.
No, but hold on. I don't specifically agree with you. I mean, the versatility of Emile Smith-Rowe. He can be box to box. He can play out on the left. He can play on the right. He can even play him as a false number 9. He's an unbelievable player.
When it comes to box to box, he's not in the same category as Conor Gallagher. There's no way.
No, but he can do all roles. He can do all roles. He's your complete midfielder.
So what can't Gallagher do?
Broke into the England team.
What can't Gallagher do?
Before Gallagher.
What? That's the Arsenal bias.
What Arsenal bias?
Yeah, look, now we got three.
Wait a minute.
No.
Arsenal biased.
You don't agree that there's a bias with the top 6 clubs with the England team?
No, I don't. I think that all of our players that are currently in the England squad, deservedly so. Ben White, Saka.
No, 100% agree with that. But then you said he broke him before Conor Gallagher did. But with Conor Gallagher, even if he was at Chelsea, even if he was at Palace at that point, with Palace it's a bit harder to break into the England team because up until now, Gareth Southgate hasn't looked at it. Yeah, but up until now though.
You had Gay, you had Tyreek Mitchell.
But you remember back in the day, even with Zaha, like he couldn't break into the England squad, and then afterwards he had to switch to Ivory Coast. With Palace, it's not as straightforward as Arsenal. Arsenal get the bigger looking. But when you look at actual quality on the pitch, Conor Gallagher got a massive engine, can go box to box, score goals, very good at tackling, and I feel like they're both very good players. But when it actually comes to it, maybe Emile Smith-Rowe is a better playmaker, but Conor Gallagher's defensive abilities, I think, helps. What he can score goals and still defend way better than Emile Smith-Rowe. I feel like as a complete player.
Hold on, what's this way better?
Wait. There's no way, Robbie, that you're talking about Emile Smith.
Way better. I don't like that way better word. He's probably slightly better defensively, but I think offensively, Smith-Rowe is better.
I haven't got the numbers with me. The numbers, with Conor Gallagher, one thing I'll say is that people might bring up the numbers. I don't know the numbers, but I've read an article recently as well. Numbers don't mean everything. With Conor Gallagher, the eye test, if you actually watch him play, and what he does on the pitch.
I watched him when he came to the Emirates, a very good player. I've been watching him this season. Obviously, as well as watching the Arsenal games, I watch all football. And Conor Gallagher has definitely been one of the best young players in the Premier League this season.
He's going to have a better career.
But I think Smith-Rowe will have a better career. I think Smith-Rowe edges it for me. You know what I mean? Conor Gallagher won't have a better career because he'll probably go back to Chelsea and hardly get a game. Right? Smith-Rowe, right, is a wonderful player. He reminds me a bit of sort of like when Lampard was at Chelsea, where he's that player arrives late on the edge of the box and scores great goals.
Lampard gets linked with Conor Gallagher, not Smith Rowe. Conor Gallagher right now, they're talking about, oh, is he like Lampard? Is he like Gerrard? There's a reason for that. There's a reason. You have to remember.
A bit like Lampard when he's at West Ham.
But you have to remember, Conor Gallagher's doing it. Conor Gallagher's doing it at Crystal Palace. With the talent that you lot got.
What are you saying? You're not a good team?
Huh? We got a good team, but it's a whole different. If Conor Gallagher was at your side, he'd probably get way more raves than you lot.
No, I don't think he would, because it's Smith Rowe, right? You think about it. Smith Rowe, it's a similar pathway to what Conor Gallagher's done, where he went on loan, right? He went on loan to Huddersfield. It was absolutely unbelievable at Huddersfield, right?
Yeah.
Huddersfield were begging to keep him. We said, no, we're bringing him back now, right? As a matter of fact, before he went to Huddersfield, he was doing brilliantly at Arsenal, but he got injured, right? Went to Huddersfield, found his feet again, came back to Arsenal, and he's been amazing. And I don't think it's because he's been doing it at Arsenal. I just think he's just an excellent player. And if you remember rightly, you can also look on it like this. You can look on it your way and say, right, because it's Palace, you know, he may not have got his flowers, he would have got it earlier at a bigger club. But then think of doing it at a club like Arsenal. The pressure that's been heaped upon the youngsters at Arsenal, in Saka and Smith Rowe, and they've rose to it. Those two young players were carrying Arsenal for a lot of this season. I mean, he's an unbelievable player. And he handles pressure brilliantly.
You're making it look like I don't like Emil Smith. I think he's a baller, but when it comes to the actual midfield and in terms of who's going to be the better player in 5 years' time, Robbie, if you come at the same spot in 5 years' time, I feel like you're going to be like, you know what, you missed. I was wrong in that one.
No, I won't
because you have to remember, the reason why I talked about bigger clubs and why Conor Gallagher might get more praise is Conor Gallagher was playing in the Premier League last season at West Brom, but no one was talking about him. And he's moved up to a better club. Personally, I feel like under Patrick Vieira, and he's playing a bit better. Now, you bring him into another level, that's why Conor Gallagher's linked with the likes of, that's why they say, oh, the next Lampard, he's scoring goals, he's doing this. That's why he's linked. You bring it to another level with the players around him, he'll be scoring way more. If he's scoring 8 goals at Palace.
Leroy, you can listen, you can also argue, right, that sometimes it's easier to do it under the radar a bit. You're under the radar, you're doing it, you know what I mean? But then when you come now and the spotlight's on you, the pressure's on you, you're at one of those really, you know, no disrespect to Palace, but you're at one of those like really big clubs right at the top where the expectations are high. That's where Smith Rowe's been operating at, and he's been delivering time after time after time and gets his England call up on the back of it. Listen, he's been amazing and he can handle the pressure. With Conor Gallagher, I like him a lot. Listen, don't take it in any other way. I like him. I'd have him at Arsenal. I'm not going to deny that, right? Yeah. But we don't know yet if he'd be able to handle that. If he went back to Chelsea, would he be able to handle it week in, week out? Now all of a sudden you're not a hidden gem. People know who you are. They start to set traps for you. They start to make plans for you.
But he's still handling it now. Robbie, he's still handling it now. People know Conor Gallagher
under the radar.
No. We talk about Palace and being a small. But Conor Gallagher is like everyone knows about him. He played for England as well now. Everyone knows about him, but still he doesn't change. You know what? He only gets better, Robbie, and that's what we call a quality player. And that's why.
You think he'll stay here?
I don't think he'll stay.
Next season?
I don't think he'll stay. I think, in honesty, I think he was going to go to Chelsea. He might play a few games, and then with Tuchel, maybe he might drop him, and then he might go a bit under the radar. But I feel like Conor Gallagher
there
now.
You go. You see, you've answered your own
question.
No. He's answered his own question.
It's not like that.
It's not like that.
No. But it's like that.
You've done yourself. Yourself.
Is Emil Smith Rowe guaranteed at Arsenal?
Of course.
No. So he's going to be guaranteed starter.
I think with Emil Smith Rowe, the only thing, he was starting games. He'd been injured quite a lot of this season, and that, again, look at his amazing record. Despite the amount of times he's been injured, he's not really been playing at 100%. That's why we've had to be playing him off the bench a lot and stuff like that. But to me, he's going to be a legend at this football club if he keeps going as he is. Fantastic player. And also got the coolest song. Coolest song in football. Saka around there with Smith Rowe. And I don't care about your ultras here. You ain't got nothing to top that. You ain't got nothing to top that. What are you talking about?
Well, you know what he's got. You know what he's got.
I don't care about the ultras here. You got nothing to top that song.
Robbie, you know what Conor Gallagher's got that you lot haven't got? He might be going to Wembley to lift up a trophy this season.
Listen to him, man. We've won enough FA Cups. We won it the most times, man. And actually, I'd love to see Palace win it. I'd love to see Palace win it. I'd love to see Vieira, you know, Arsenal legend, of course. I'd love to see him guide it. Because, like, you know what? I've been talking of young player. I've been impressed with what he's done here. Because at the start of the season, there was a lot of people saying Palace might even go down. All the experienced players have gone. And what he's done has been amazing. But come Monday night, he got cut all that out, Vieira. You're an Arsenal legend. We need these 3 points. Top 4. You ain't really got nothing to play for. Put it all on the FA Cup.
Yeah. You're gonna be celebrating, Robbie. You're gonna be celebrating like another World Cup win. Remember last game at the Emirates? When was it 1-0?
Oh, we got that last minute draw.
You started running all over the pitch and celebrating like you won a trophy.
It's another one moaning about celebrations. You know what I mean?
The
whole of the Premier League.
That's what happens when you face
the whole of the Premier League don't want us to celebrate. You know what I mean? They got ultras here with drums and everything making noise. Great atmosphere, but we can't celebrate. Yeah? Another one.
You know what?
You want that as well?
No,
you
not
want that as well?
But one thing I'll say, last time when we faced you lot, I walked out there upset that we didn't.
Yeah, no, you should have won the game. You were the best team on the night, and we got a last-minute goal. And you know what? That's now proving to be a big point. It's proven to be a big point. And listen, we didn't really deserve to win that game. We have to play a hell of a lot better than that on Monday night.
And you do.
But we are playing well.
You are playing very well. I think it's going to be a very good game.
Very good game.
We've improved since then as well.
No, as I said, I've been watching you guys, and you've got some great young players, and Gallagher's a great player. But Smith Rowe.
We're going to be up for it, but Conor Gallagher is going to show you, Robbie, exactly what he can do when he scores them 2 goals. Don't worry about that.
Listen, man, good luck in the FA Cup.
Thank you, appreciate that.
Monday, we need them 3 points, man. They're coming. And listen, Conor Gallagher, great player. But Smith Rowe, greater.
Nah, no way.
Shop for AFTV merch at shop.aftv.co.uk. Subscribe to us on YouTube. Follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, Snapchat, and Twitch. We've got content for every platform, so check it out.